Hi, I'm Sandy, and I want you to take a second to close your eyes and just imagine. Imagine you're a child again. Everything is new. Everything is possible. You can grow up to be whatever you want. Do whatever your heart desires. You can create the future of your choosing just like in your dreams. Remember those days? Remember picturing yourself as an astronaut, a rock star, a princess? What about living in a mansion with a red convertible in the driveway and a stable of ponies in the backyard? Whatever happened to those dreams? Whatever happened to us? We both know what the answer is. Life just gets in the way. You grow up, you lose a job, you lose a love, you lose yourself. And a world that once seemed to contain every imaginable possibility turns into a prison of hard work, heartbreak, and debt. But what if you really could turn things back to the way life used to be? What if you could wipe away past pain, bring joy to your present, and rewrite the entire future into the Hollywood ending your story deserves? And what if you can do it all with the flip of a switch? The hidden universal God switch that brings you limitless health, wealth, and happiness starting in just 60 seconds. As quick as 1 minute to attract a new house or vacation home, a clean bill of health, a brand new car, a better paying career, even the love of your life. There's no endless visualization or meditation, no waiting weeks or months for it to work, no frustration because you're not seeing results. It's simple, fun, easy, and guaranteed to work for you. The moment you flip the instant switch that's born into your God-given DNA, you feel confident, inspired, and in control for maybe the first time in your life. And before you know it, everything that was once out of reach now falls easily into your lap. Listen, if you're one of the millions of men and women who are motivated to try the secret but haven't received the results you imagined, you need to know it's not your fault. You see, when you visualize and use positive affirmations in an attempt to manifest what you want, it's very much like a magnet attracting a paperclip. It seems easy, straightforward, magnet meet paperclip. But what if there's something in the way? Something blocking the magnet from the paperclip, like say, a 2x4. When its energy is blocked, it's impossible for that magnet to attract anything. Same is true when you try to manifest greatness into your life. That dream car, perfect relationship, or new high-paying career. If you have emotional and mental blockages deep down in your subconscious, things like fear, doubt, past trauma, there's no way for your energy to pull in the awesome things you desire. So, you can think positive thoughts and visualize to your heart's content, but if you don't first remove the blocks that are standing in the way, it's all for nothing. And it can get even worse than that. A severe blockage is like replacing that 2x4 with a steel beam. Now, not only can't that magnet get to the paperclip, but it is constantly being sucked into the beam. Just like how major blockages in your mind will take all your manifesting energy and suck you further into the blockage itself. So, if you're trying to leave behind your money worries and your block, you may find yourself falling deeper and deeper into debt. This is why the instant switch is something you must have if you want to truly experience financial abundance. It's only when you flip the switch that all those barriers standing in your way instantly disappear. And when that happens, you cannot fail to attract what it is you desire. The switch always brings what you want, no matter how hopeless, no matter how desperate, no matter how nakedly alone you feel right now. The instant switch is the untold secret behind famous manifestations from celebrities, athletes, and billionaires. It's the real secret behind how Jim Carrey went from near obscurity to being one of the highest paid movie stars in Hollywood history. It's how Ellen DeGeneres rebounded from the devastating loss of a loved one to become one of the most beloved comedians in the world. It's how Arnold Schwarzenegger outmuscled younger competition to become Mr. Olympia, a record 7 times. Steve Jobs even used his instant switch to achieve technological superiority with the iPhone and iPad. And as you're about to discover, I also use the instant switch to go from living a life trapped by fear, doubt, and insecurity to enjoying a life filled with confidence, happiness, and abundance. Where I used to go without, now I get whatever I desire. Where I used to feel desperate and alone, now I feel loved and appreciated. Where I used to be broke and broken, now extraordinary opportunities find their way to me on a daily basis. And it can be that way for you too, all with the flip of the instant switch. In just a moment, you'll see the awesome science behind this revolutionary discovery. A breakthrough that's literally making world-renowned scientists and doctors rethink everything they thought they knew about how the universe operates. But first, let's talk about you for a second. Or at least the person I think you are. You're tired of feeling alone. Tired of being disappointed. You're tired of always worrying about bills, about the future. Although you want to not to let it get to you, you live your life with some level of fear. Always feeling like the other shoe is about to drop. You want to be happy. You want to be rich. Or maybe just comfortable enough to never again have to think about what something cost. You want to find true love or rekindle a love you once had. Does any of this sound like you? Do you feel any of it in your chest, in the pit of your stomach? Have you maybe even gotten to the point where you think it's okay to dream, but you don't really expect any of those dreams to come true for you? You feel stuck with no way out in sight.
Well, life used to be like that for me. You see, like a lot of young girls who grew up on Disney movies, I always imagined my life would be a fairy tale. You know the story. You meet Prince Charming and he carries you off to his castle where you live happily ever after. And at around age 24, my future was looking like that might actually happen. I had just earned my master's from Harvard and was engaged to a tall, handsome guy. Let's call him David. To the outside world, David really did appear to be a genuine Prince Charming. He was pleasant, he was loving, he was loyal. I don't want to in any way imply he was less than that. But even while he was on one knee proposing and tears were running down my face, in the back of my mind, I still had doubts. Something just felt wrong. And it was as if the universe itself was trying to send me warnings, little things at first. But the night before the wedding, those warnings got louder until the sirens began to wail.
And I mean that literally. I was at the dress shop for my final fitting. I looked in the mirror and for a moment felt like all my dreams are coming true and all my fears wash away. I was a princess. Just then, almost as if on cue, my maid of honor runs into the changing room screaming, "Princess Diana's limousine crashed! She's dead!" Oh my God, there she was, a real-life princess, divorced, trying to figure things out on her own, and killed tragically way too young. I couldn't stop crying. Now don't get me wrong, I wasn't even one of those people that cared about the royals. I couldn't even tell you most of their names. But I knew Diana. Everyone knew Diana. This beautiful, loving soul who dedicated her life to making this world a better place. Gone at 36. I felt at that point the dream didn't exist. There is no fairy tale ending, I told myself. But still, for some inexplicable reason, I went through with it. So I began to focus all my time on my practice. There, I helped kids and their families overcome everything from depression and anger to serious trauma and autism. And while my career began to take off, it wasn't long before I found myself in the midst of a long, soul-crushing, and very expensive divorce. A divorce that left me with nothing but a broken psyche and a mountain of debt. It got so bad, I was forced to leave my upscale apartment and move into the only place I could afford. An old house in a section of Los Angeles that was so dangerous it was made famous in rap songs. I'd literally drive my dogs to safer neighborhoods just to walk them. At night, I'd hear gunshots followed by the roar of police helicopters overhead. All I had left was a mattress. The rest of the furniture went to David just to get his lawyers to go away. At night, I'd huddle on that mattress with my 3 puppies and cry myself to sleep. I never felt so alone. The only joy I still had in my life, other than my dogs, were those kids I worked with. But my personal problems began to interfere there too. One day, I must have been wearing my heart on my sleeve because Jacob, a child I helped get through a lot of sadness and depression in his own life, turns to me, smiles, and says, "Time to change that channel, Miss Sandy."
At first, I didn't understand, but then it hit me. When any of my kids would feel down and helpless, I would tell them if they're not happy with how they see their lives, they need to change the channel. They need to change the way that they look at their lives, at their problems. So Jacob was throwing my words back at me. It almost made me tear up. First, because it proves he was listening, and second, because he was right. If I wanted to change my life, I needed to change the way I looked at my life. So that's what I did. I made a simple switch. Instead of seeing this as the end of Act 3 of the fairy tale, I started to look at it as still as being part of Act 1. That day, I became determined to write the Hollywood ending to my story. Now at this point, I wasn't even thinking about attracting anything big into my life. I started small. I set an intention to have one awesome day, a single day where everything went my way. And it worked. The next morning, I was shocked to find a parking spot in front of my office, something that usually is impossible. Later, I found a $10 bill peeking out from under my floor mat of my car. And most unexpected, the barista at Starbucks spelled my name right. Finally! Yay! Like I said, these were small things, but at the time they meant the world to me. Getting this instant feedback from the universe all at once proved to be the spark I needed to relight the flame.
Now, before I move on, let me say this. If you've ever been in a bad place, if everything seems to be going wrong in your life, this is a simple but very powerful way to wrestle back control. Change the channel. Spin your situation into something positive, and the world will reward you for that positivity. It works for my kids, it works for me, and it will work for you too. Now, I don't want you to think for 1 second that what I'm saying is to simply think positive and you'll get that new client, that $1 million bonus, or even that hot guy or girl. Because, as I mentioned earlier, that's not how it works. Thinking positive can help you attract small changes into your life. Oftentimes, these are insignificant things like the correct spelling on your coffee. But even those tiny things are important because they shift momentum. So instead of sinking faster and faster into a dark hole, you begin to steadily rise into the daylight. It's from this position with the bright sun shining in your face that you can attract all the great things you want in your life. And that's exactly what happened for me. That perfect day turned into an amazing week, and I became more motivated than ever. In fact, I felt so inspired. It was as if a higher power was guiding me to take the techniques I use with the kids and combine and tweak them to create a method to attract all the things I desired. Intuitively, I just knew that someday what I was doing wouldn't just change my life, but the lives of thousands of others. At that point, I had no idea how I would achieve that. But with the pain in my heart beginning to heal and an inner calling propelling me to move forward, I jumped with both feet into the research. I dusted off textbooks, read a ton of noted journal articles, and even dug up my old notebooks from Harvard. That's where I found the lecture notes from world-renowned Professor Dr. Gil Noem. He's one of the foremost experts on resiliency, how some people can easily bounce back from negative life events. Revisiting those notes after all those years made me remember that there are specific ways to become more resilient. If I can harness those procedures, I can make manifestation something that works for everyone. This is when things got really exciting. It was like everything just began to come together so easily, even gracefully at that point. When I needed inspiration, information, or guidance, I would quickly find it. Not just in written form. Even the people I needed in my life just seemed to appear at the right time. No, I wasn't trying to attract these people into my life. It was like divine intervention. I said it before, and I'll say it again. The universe is truly awesome. I got to meet, consult with, and even befriend truly gifted hypnotherapists, healers, and life coaches who shared secrets to literally attract wealth, health, and relationships on demand. Let me ask you, how much better would you feel without the weight of stress, without all that worry on your shoulders? How much better would your life be if you could sidestep all the negativity that's holding you back? How much better could you make things for your family and friends if success was constant and money was never an issue? Well, I was about to find out, because I didn't even realize it at the time. But my switch had flipped and everything was changing for me in big ways. Okay, I keep talking about this switch. I don't want you to think it's like a switch on the wall or the switch on some electronic gizmo. It's not even like a switch in your body. The instant switch is hidden inside your mind, and it flips automatically as the subconscious blockages disappear. You see, up until recently, scientists believe that once your brain develops, the pathways inside are pretty much permanent. New brain cells could not be created, and existing cells, it was like they were unmovable, super glued in place. In other words, once you became an adult, your brain had reached its limits. Your IQ, your memory, and your ability to focus could not change. And all of your negative habits, thought patterns, and perceptions, well, you were pretty much stuck with them for life. According to those scientists, your future has already been written. To support this theory, they cited drug addicts, smokers, and criminals as examples. Now, at first this may seem to make sense, but peel back the layers and the whole theory falls apart. Some drug addicts do clean up their lives. Millions of people have quit smoking. Even some of those who have lived the life of crime are now productive members of society. So, what's the explanation? Well, new research backed by comprehensive brain scans proves what I've known for over 2 decades, retraining the minds of troubled kids. Those old stuffy experts are just plain wrong. Way wrong. Your brain has been designed to be truly limitless. Just like how you can twist it, bend it, and stretch it around anything in its way, we now know the pathways in your brain can do the same thing. They can be stretched, bent, and rerouted around the mental and emotional blocks that hold you down. It's what I call the rubber band effect. And here's the most remarkable part. As your brain changes and your pathways are reshaped, it's like you're flipping the universal on switch, because as hidden subconscious patterns of fear, doubt, and negativity disappear, your emotions and what you're trying to attract, they align. And when that happens, the universe always responds, because when nothing is in your way, those things you're trying to attract are sucked into your magnetic pole and laid at your feet. Imagine everything you desire showing up as soon as tomorrow morning, like an always on-time FedEx delivery. When my switch flipped, it was like my shackles had been unlocked and anything was possible. New and exciting opportunities suddenly appeared. Fun work, more money, total excitement. My income climbed even as I was working less. The calls from bill collectors ceased. And remember my crushing debt? It began to disappear. At the same time, I was able to go from surviving in a domestic war zone to thriving in one of the richest zip codes in the country. From bunkering down on a mattress crying myself to sleep to traveling the world in luxury and rubbing elbows with movie stars. My health even improved. My lifelong anxiety disappeared. My new self-image soared. All of my unexplained medical symptoms vanished. I looked better, felt better, and become struck by a brand new energy I never experienced before, even as a child. The perfect healthy weight we all strive for, and the feeling of self-worth that comes along with it. I suddenly had that, as if by magic. You know, it's funny when you're no longer just trying to get by. Suddenly you have time and spirit to begin focusing on the most important things in life. Your family, your friends, and creating those new experiences you'll cherish for the rest of your life. By using the instant switch, I became closer with my family. I became a better friend, a better therapist. I was even able to release all that hurt from my divorce. And money, I seemed to attract it at every turn. While the old me was trapped in a prison I created in my mind, the new me has no limits. If I want to pick up and spend the next month in Italy, France, or anywhere else in the world, I have the financial means and the spirit to do so.
Today, I live life the way it's supposed to be lived, without the worry of how to pay for it. With the instant switch, you really can attract health, wealth, and happiness, and it will help you write the fairy tale ending like it did for me. Oh, did I forget to mention Prince Charming? I'll get to him in a minute. But right now, I'm sure you're wondering how the switch works and how to flip yours. Compared to the power it contains, flipping your instant switch is so darn easy. It's also the only method of its kind guaranteed to get results lightning fast. Remember, as long as you can spare 60 seconds, the instant switch will work for you. You see, before I adapted these techniques, they were originally developed for my kids. And as we all know, traditional attraction methods like hour-long meditations and drawn-out visualization sessions don't fly with children. They need things they can do quickly, exercises that can be completed in just a few minutes, and in some cases, just seconds. Kids need instant gratification. And with our busy schedules these days, so do we. We need quick techniques we can use in the car as we drive to work or in that extra minute before we head to bed. And we need them all to pay off for us right away.
So I boiled down all my research and my most effective attraction secrets into 3 powerful techniques to flip your instant switch. Technique number 1, the selfie filter. These are my secret methods to quickly and easily erase all the hidden subconscious thought patterns blocking you from manifesting your dreams. Just like how you can perfect a selfie before you send it out to the world. You can remove blemishes from your conscious and subconscious minds. These are thought patterns most of us aren't even aware of, like indecisiveness, fear of failure, self-esteem issues. Once you filter them out, you're ready for technique number 2, the rubber band effect. The rubber band effect builds new pathways in your brain. Beautiful thought patterns begin to emerge. You feel more energized, confident, maybe even smarter. Then your switch flips and the universe responds in monumental ways. Income opportunities appear as if by magic. New, more exciting people become drawn to you. Things you've tried to manifest in the past suddenly come to you with ease. You wake up one morning and life has gotten good, maybe for the first time ever. I can tell you from my experience that feels awesome. But what's coming next takes awesome to the next level. Technique number 3, the destiny lock. As your new pathways emerge, anxiety, stress, worry, and all the other noise in your life disappears. This is where my destiny lock methods work their magic. They allow you to tune in to what Oprah calls your true north, or your inner purpose, your destiny. You ever notice when you look at people who have got it all? You know, like the Oprahs, the Clooneys, the Elon Musks of the world. They never seem to have riches on their minds. You will get to that point too. Discovering your true destiny is how you cement your future and rewrite the story to create your Hollywood ending.
Simply put, the instant switch just may be the most powerful manifestation force in the universe. You'll free yourself from the weight of the past, bring joy to the present, and clear the way for your new future. Your faith in the law of attraction will be restored. The fact is, I believe it was no mistake that you found this video and that you are here right now at this time in your life, at this moment in history. I believe you are destined to discover the instant switch and transform the world around you. Looking back at my life, I can now say all the financial, health, and relationship heartaches I overcame entered my life for a reason. They're what propelled me to create the instant switch, and it's why I'm here sharing it with you today. You see, once my life started to radically shift, I began thinking about all those who are faced with similar obstacles. The millions of men and women struggling to bounce back from heartbreaking divorce, crushing debt, and illness. Or just anyone who's stuck in a place. Anyone who feels like there's something greater waiting for them. Someone like you who knows their fairy tale ending has yet to be written. So I put a request out to the universe. I asked for the perfect people and opportunities to arrive so that I could share the instant switch with the world. And the universe responded big time. The very fact that you're here watching this is proof of that. Now, I want you to know that right now you can use everything I've talked about today and instantly upgrade your life. You can pull yourself out of the muck and mire just by changing the channel. But that's only going to get you so far. Doing that alone will never flip your instant switch, never deliver everything you desire. For that, you need all of my techniques and simple instructions on how to use them correctly. But don't worry, I've done all the work for you. This means for you, there's no research, no trial and error, no chance of failing. I've taken my quickest, simplest, and most powerful proven-to-work methods and created a fun and easy-to-follow guide, an exclusive manifestation manual that documents everything you need to transform your life starting today.
Introducing the Instant Switch. You really can train your brain to bring miracles into your life. Inside this powerful guidebook, I show you everything you need to know to flip your instant switch in the quickest way possible. You will discover techniques you can do in minutes, as little as 60 seconds, whenever you have a spare moment, in your car as you drive to work, or in that extra minute before you head to bed. Just do exactly as I show you, and you'll begin to pave positive new routes in your mind simply and easily. Beautiful, divine pathways that force the universe to bring you everything you desire. That new dream house, perfect soulmate, even a clean bill of health. Here's just a small taste what you'll discover inside the instant switch. My kind of strange auto-stimulation trick that causes your brainwaves to transform into powerful, wealth-seeking money magnets. That's on page 67. 3 quick and easy moves to switch out of health-destroying habits. Finally, quit smoking and emotional eating. Eliminate stress triggers. That's on page 26. The easiest thing you can do to instantly attract meaningful new friendships and unlock your heart for your soulmate to appear and sweep you off your feet. That's on page 71. My sneaky 1-minute mind reset technique that instantly eliminates the nagging money worries that keep you up at night and block abundance. That's on page 37. The fun and uplifting love experiment that replaces depression, anxiety, and stress with high vibrational emotions that powerfully pull in whatever you desire. How to use the power of the energy circle to heal past relationship wounds and clear the space for old flames to be rekindled or new ones to ignite. That's on page 97. The secret you can use today to train your brain for optimism, happiness, and success, like billionaires Richard Branson, J.K. Rowling, and Oprah Winfrey. That's on page 69. And that's just for starters. What you manifest is totally up to you. Your old car is on life support? Maybe you can upgrade to a luxury sedan, high-end SUV, or a futuristic Tesla? Drowning in debt? Pay them all off with that promotion, raise, or exciting new income opportunity. In less than perfect health? Banish pain and rediscover your lost energy. Be there for your kids, your grandkids. Whatever you desire, you really can achieve it. When you flip the instant switch, all you have to do is ask. It always works. I said it before and I'll say it again. When you have the instant switch, the universe is truly awesome. Billionaires, movie stars, and athletes have used its principles to attract fame and fortune beyond their own wildest dreams. I use the instant switch to unchain myself from the shackles of debt, renew my health, and bring loving, supportive people into my life. Now it's your turn too. You can have it all too. Just like Shannon B., who had this exciting news to share. I am so happy I came across Sandy's program. I am currently a happy new homeowner settled in an exciting job that allows me to travel to beautiful locations. It's like I'm living a vacation. Life is great. Then there's Cheryl, who discovered love in places that once caused hurt and pain. Sandy's techniques have taught me to learn to love myself again. I see myself as powerful and in control of my destiny. I have also been able to heal those relationships that felt tender to me. Now I am confident about the direction of my life. And Maria C., whose career is finally taking off. After using Sandy's techniques, I see the abundance more clearly that life offers. I am about to embark on a higher paying job that excites me and fulfills me on multiple levels. I couldn't be happier. I think it's time for that new Lexus LS 460. The instant switch has been life-changing for me. I am grateful to have come across Sandy. I can go on and on. I receive news like this all the time from people who are able to go from feeling stuck to finally living the life they've always dreamed.
So here's the question. Are you ready to open your life up to the financial freedom and abundance you truly deserve? Are you ready to go from struggling to attract small things into your life to having the pick of the entire universal catalog? Are you ready to experience health, wealth, and love beyond anything you ever imagined? Then I've got great news.
Because today, you're going to get the instant switch at the lowest price it's ever been offered for. You see, originally my publisher was determined to charge somewhere in the neighborhood of $500 for access to the instant switch. And there are coaching programs out there costing that much and more. Some of them cost as much as $1,000 per month. That's $12,000 a year. Yes, you can literally spend tens of thousands of dollars on this kind of self-improvement education. And that wouldn't be a bad investment if what you learned actually paid off for you. But most of the time, what they're teaching is like a grade school version of the law of attraction. It's all the stuff that never worked for you in the past. So, him wanting to price the instant switch at $500 was all based on what similar programs charge. But I told him there is nothing similar to the instant switch. Nothing works as fast or is as foolproof as my system. And the instant switch is not like grade school. It's more like grad school. It's like you're getting an advanced degree in manifestation. In other words, the instant switch is what separates those who dream of having the life they want from those who are already living in it. When I told this to my publisher, he was impressed, but not in the way I was hoping. He thought we should now charge even more than the other guys. He just didn't get it. You see, I want to help all the people who have tried manifestation, who have tried the law of attraction, and ultimately gave up. And I firmly believe my inner GPS has brought me here today. Making more money is not the reason I created the instant switch. This is why, after a lot of thought and consideration, I convinced my publisher to price the instant switch so anyone could afford to use its power. Not $500, not $250, not even $99. And you and I both agreed that would be more than fair. The price we settled on is $67. That's $433 less than what the instant switch was originally going to be priced at. But it gets way better. Because as part of the release celebration for the instant switch, I'm going to take off an additional $20. For a very limited time, you can download your copy of the instant switch for $47 through this special video offer. $47 to harness the power of the instant switch to bring the abundance of the universe to your doorstep. There's no shipping and handling, no waiting for it to arrive through the mail either. You'll begin to flip your instant switch starting today. All you have to do is click on the button below to get immediate download access to the instant switch on your computer, tablet, or mobile phone. And when you do, you're protected by my 100% risk-free 60-day money-back guarantee. Here's how it works. Just set aside a few minutes, even as little as 60 seconds, to begin using the instant switch. And I guarantee miracles will start arriving on your doorstep. Miracles that will positively affect every area of your life. You will experience money miracles in the form of a new car, a dream home, fun, exciting, and life-changing travel, or maybe even a winning scratch-off ticket. Health miracles: lose weight, rediscover lost energy, replace stress and anxiety with joy and happiness, even triumph over chronic illness and disease. Relationship miracles: heal past heartache, fix troubled relationships, even manifest your perfect match, your soulmate. Your heart's desires will be drawn to you as if being pulled by a powerful magnet with nothing to block it. This will happen for you. Not may happen, not can happen. It will happen, or I insist you write to me for a full, no questions asked refund.
This means you get to try the instant switch 100% risk-free for 2 full months. It either works for you just as I promised, or you pay nothing. That's how confident I am in the instant switch. Just be sure you act now to secure your special $20 savings. After a relatively small number of copies have been sold, the price will still go up to a still low $67. So go ahead and take action now. The universe rewards those who move with speed, and so do I. When you take action today, I'm also going to reward you by including a special gift.
The Instant Switch Success Accelerator. The next level attraction system takes your instant switch manifestation to towering heights. Inside, you'll discover and model powerful mindset secrets that not only allow you to attract that new car, home, or relationship with even more ease and speed, but you'll begin to shape the world just like the planet's most successful entrepreneurs do. You get Whole Foods CEO John Mackey's secret mindset switch that's allowed him to dominate the business world while giving back generously to employees and charity. That's on page 19. Oprah's Help Everyone success habit that brings you joy, laughter, and a flow of people eager to support your journey to the top. That's on page 61. The dirty word of doom you'll never catch billionaire Richard Branson ever saying, and the one word he uses instead that guarantees your success. That's on page 23. On its own, the Success Accelerator sells for $27, but today it's yours free. That means you get both the Instant Switch Guidebook and the Success Accelerator, a $94 value, for just $47. But you've got to click below right now. I guarantee the Instant Switch will work for you, just like it's worked for me and for so many others. Just like Brooke Heatley, who had this to say: using Sandy's techniques, I have been able to manifest new exciting business opportunities. I am on track this year to double how much I made last year. Thank you, Sandy. You've changed my life for the better. And Brian B., who wrote in to say, Sandy's techniques have helped me go from living in black and white to vivid color. I have been able to manifest new exciting people and opportunities. It's a life changer for sure. And it can be a life changer for you too.
Remember, the Instant Switch is 100% risk-free for 60 days, so you can't lose. Go ahead and get started. Remember earlier when I mentioned my Harvard professor, Dr. Gil Noem, a world-renowned expert in resiliency? Well, he used to pose a powerful question.
Two men enter a convenience store and both are robbed at gunpoint. One reacts by taking self-defense classes and ultimately achieves black belt status. The other becomes a hermit, filled with fear. He refuses to leave his house ever again. So, what made the difference? The difference was that each man filtered the event in a completely different way. One let it affect his life negatively. He was traumatized. So driven by fear, he retreats inward. The other filtered out the negative and saw it as an opportunity to grow, to become better, to strive for more, to take control of his destiny. Which one are you? Are you the kind of person who sees where you are right now as the end? Is this Act 3? Or do you want to turn a negative into a positive? Can you see your situation as being a launch pad to something great? Are you willing to stand up and say, this is not my Act 3. I will write my own Hollywood ending? The choice is simple. You can continue to let your problems control you, or you can take back that control and eliminate those problems forever. The Instant Switch gives you that control. When you look at your choices that way, I think we both agree there really is only one choice. You are powerful. You are worthy. You deserve to change your life with the Instant Switch. Click below to sidestep any fear or doubts you may have and put your trust in the universe. Trust that the universe will provide for you. This is when life starts getting fun. So come join me and the other Instant Switchers by clicking on the button below.
Oh, I almost forgot. The biggest, best, most amazing manifestation to ever find its way into my life. You already know some of the gifts I attracted using the Instant Switch. I cleared away my debt, healed my body and soul, and connected with my true purpose. But my greatest manifestation? I alluded to it earlier. When I was at my lowest point, trapped in a house that felt like a prison, I was never more alone. But as my financial life turned around and my health recovered, I decided I wanted to attract the man of my dreams. So, using the Instant Switch, I put out a request, and like it always does, the universe responded. His name is Adam, and when I first saw him in person, I knew he was my soulmate.
He proposed to me right here on a beautiful spring day from the 10th floor of the Pierre Hotel overlooking Central Park. And here we are getting married on a romantic rooftop overlooking Venice Beach. And speaking of Venice Beach, we decided to round out the entire experience by honeymooning in the actual Venice.
I finally had my fairy tale ending, and it was only because I had the courage to change my life by flipping the Instant Switch. Now's your turn. Claim your destiny. Write your own fairy tale ending. Click below to bring health, wealth, and happiness into your life right now. If you haven't clicked that button below, the only reason I can think of is that I haven't fully answered all your questions. So let me take a quick moment to answer some of the most common questions I get.
Question: is the Instant Switch really instant? Yes, it is. That doesn't mean things appear out of nowhere the moment you ask for them. As the law of attraction explains, everything comes to you with divine timing. Sometimes that means right away. Other times, there needs to be an alignment of people, places, and situations before that manifestation can take place. Quick example, you can't expect that new job until the position is available and you've got the right skill set for the job. Divine timing. But your life will change in an instant, and all it takes is as little as 60 seconds to get started. Question: what makes the Instant Switch different from other things I've tried, like The Secret? Most law of attraction methods show you how thinking positive will energetically align you with what it is that you want. But none of them reveal how effortlessly to remove the subconscious blocks that prevent you from manifesting what you truly desire. The instant switch actually reshapes your mind using the rubber band effect to make your new thinking patterns a part of you. This is how you begin to attract everything you want like a powerful magnet with nothing in its way. Question: how do I know the instant switch will work for me? Using the instant switch, you physically change how your brain works. You create new pathways that deter around all the things that want to hold you back. When you do this, the universe is forced to respond. Plus, after helping children clear their blockages for the last 20 years and helping men and women of all ages create the kinds of endings Hollywood would be envious of, I'm 100% confident the instant switch will work for you. And it's why I offer my miracles to your doorstep guarantee. My promise is simple. You will attract money, health, and relationship miracles into your life. Or I insist you write me for no questions asked refund of every cent. Go ahead and click below, risk-free. Looking back, I'm confident you'll see the decision you're making right now as one of the best you've ever made in your life.
Short video today is to talk about instant switch. What a phenomenal program. If you're looking to transform your life, whether it's health, wealth, better relationships, whatever that is, a lot of programs like this, not just on relationships, but a lot of programs like this get very, tech heavy and very complicated. And the way that Sandy has really gone into this and thought through this so simply to make it in bite-sized chunks for you, shares her story, how she went from victim to victor. She went from incredibly sad to incredibly happy. She really breaks that through the program, really, really, really effective. So if you're looking to do any of those things, absolutely, couldn't endorse this program high enough. It's absolutely phenomenal. That's all for me now. Ciao for now.